It is in all levels in product business. Whether it is product discovery or product delivery, you should invest in obtaining feedback and get it as fast as possible. Why is this essential to achieve a great flow in product development? Well, stick to the end of the video to find out. Building fast feedback cycles in product development seems expensive. It is true that you need to make investments at least to take time to build mechanisms that will help you to receive feedback about your product offering. The purpose of fast feedback cycles is to learn quickly whether you have a compelling quality product in your hands or do you need to make it more attractive. It is almost 100% certain that without any feedback cycles, your chances to succeed with your product are rather minimal. Well, of course, you may get lucky and get it right from the start. From the economic point of view, the earlier you start receiving feedback, the better the chances are to avoid mistakes in product development. The earlier you get quality right and the right features into the product, the better the odds are to succeed. Indeed, that comes with a cost because you need to build testing procedures and to course correct quickly after discovering need for change. The more complex your product is, the more you need to pay attention to establish fast feedback cycles. Fixing problems in a complex product is more expensive if you have a quality issue at the customer. That is why you should fix problems at the early stage of product development. However, the most important thing is to build the right product for the right customers who you want to serve. And fast feedback cycles help you achieve this objective. At the early stage, when your product is more or less just an idea of a product, you need fast feedback from your potential customer. You need to prepare to use time for product discovery. In fact, your product manager, UX lead, and engineering lead should spend time continuously for product discovery. This will help finding the right features to build for the right customers and make sure it makes sense to build them from the business perspective. So, learn about continuous product discovery practices, how to build prototypes and MVPs, minimum viable products, and figure out what is the best possible product market fit. There are a lot of great books about the techniques available, like Lean Startup by Eric Ries and Continuous Discovery Habits by Teresa Torres. If you want to learn how to build MVPs with user story mapping, I have a video about that. Check the link up here or in the description below. Getting feedback about the product itself is crucial to success. So try to get it as much as possible from the real users and customers. Okay, now your product is on track and you need to scale your delivery. To do that in a sustainable manner, you need to make sure your product is working as it should. So you need to add testing practices to get feedback as soon as possible in order to keep the quality up so that users enjoy using your product. Depending on the product, there are naturally differences how your product needs to be tested before customer delivery. You as a subject matter expert should carefully plan your test strategy. Think carefully what kind of testing your product requires in order to deliver the desired outcomes. Customer satisfaction being the guiding principle. The basic rule when designing product test strategy is that the more closer to the customer the testing is done, the more costly it will become. When building large-scale software products, applying unit tests and component tests is far more affordable than building a large-scale test solution or system test. Note, I am not saying that you shouldn't do system testing. You should, but putting emphasis on testing in the early stages of the product or feature development pays back later. You can use methods like TDD, test-driven development, and ATDD, acceptance test-driven development, to drive high product quality for your product. These methods can be hard to take into use at first because they challenge developers, testers, and product managers. First, set pass criteria for a piece of code in case of TDD, or the whole product in case of ATDD. Once you have those criteria set, then you start to figure out how product design should be done to pass the criteria. There are some good videos especially about TDD on YouTube, and I'll put links to some good ones in the description below. Making your tests largely automated is key to implement fast delivery with highest quality possible. Again, test automation takes time, but it is essential to make fast product delivery reliable. The whole notion of continuous improvement is about feedback. You can look at continuous improvement from various angles. First, there's the team angle. Usually it is like how we can improve as a team. How do we work as a team? How do we learn make quality products better? And how we can develop our skills. In retrospect, you can also look at customer feedback to improve your product quality and performance, customer service, process development, and so on. These are feedback to the organization, and you can make systematic improvements. Anyone who cares about operational excellence, and that should be everyone in the company, should be looking at this. In the middle of all product development activities, we start to receive feedback from customers. For many product organizations, it is often difficult to balance between new feature development and fixing bugs. One thing I have learned during the years is always preserve capacity for making the product quality better. You may be tempted to go all in with new feature development when you achieve success and try to get more customers. To avoid problems later, it is also important to fix bugs because product quality otherwise suffers. If there aren't severe issues right now, I bet you will experience many difficult discussions with customers later on due to low product quality. My favorite planning pattern is always preserve capacity for quality improvement. In the long run, you should allocate at least 20% of your product development capacity to improve the product without adding new features. There's a risk one day you need to use 100% for fixing issues in the product. I have made a video about something I call 50-30-20 rule, and you find the link to that video in the description or up here. Back in the days of waterfall development, long feedback loops were the norm. I remember being in product development teams where testing of products happened after the software had been written. Then we tried to integrate the product, and guess what? Well, nothing worked. And we had to work for several months to make the product work. As a consequence, our product suffered from budget overruns and quality remained below the norm. No doubt there is an initial cost to provide fast feedback cycles in product development. However, it is less costly to create fast feedback loops closer to the source. Testing small patches and small product increments is much more cheaper than testing products end to end and try to find all use cases. As complexity grows, it gets harder to imagine all the possible scenarios, and it is hard to automate such tests. The odds are that you will miss many special cases, and testing gets slower and more difficult when you have a lot of moving elements in your test setup. Economically speaking, it can be a wise thing to focus on smaller changes and components very thoroughly and automate testing of those to obtain the benefits of fast feedback. Nevertheless, you should pay attention to feedback, whether it's coming from customers or manual or automated tests. Reserve capacity to fix and course correct at all times. Allow time budget of 20 to 30% for quality improvements in product teams. This is vital to stay on the right track, keep things under control and create a great flow in product development. Fast feedback loop is a very efficient way to manage risk. Okay, that is for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe and also hit the like button below. This would mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.